Well, good morning. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. Mass extinction level event. All right. So that doesn't mean that it has to be mass extinction that happens in one instant. A mass extinction level event in this particular case is something that is going to happen over the next 6, 18, 24 months. It's a reason for the Kool-Aid and 5G and controlling people. We, as in Americans, are being replaced. It's been a frog in the boiling pot of water kind of scenario. Okay, Democrats have been bringing in illegal scumbag criminals by the millions. Now we see the illegally installed regime bringing in hundreds of thousands of terrorist refugees. Both groups, none of who had to be vetted or had to drink any Kool-Aid. But you and I are required to take a drink. Think about that for a minute. In the next 6 to 18 months, we're going to start to see mass deaths. But it won't be from illegals being brought in through the open border. It won't be from refugees being flown into the country on our dime and deposited throughout the United States. They'll be causing some deaths because the overwhelming majority of these people, they're not exactly the cream of the crop from their prospective third world shithole countries. But then the regime doesn't want the cream of the crop being brought in. They want the poorly educated, destitute, willing to obey kind of folks. Much easier to control. Promise them freebies to get them to come here. Those freebies, which are paid for by us, will drastically decrease once the objective of replacing real Americans with these migrant workers takes place. Because once they're here, they won't need free phones, free places to live, free welfare checks, free EBTs, free Section 8 housing, everything that they've been promised and are given upon arrival here. They will be here, they will be trapped, and they will do as they're told to eat. That could have been the plan the regime, the deep state, the Democrats wanted to use for Americans, but it's backfiring as too many people are waking up. They might not be in tune with what I'm talking about, but they're realizing everything that's happened since November, it's just not right. Why is it all being done? And then, of course, you still have a percentage of the American populace that will vote for their favorite communist leader, no matter what the evidence, the proof, and their ideology is doing to the very people who are going to vote them in. We can't worry about that section of the population because there's only one cure for them, and eventually that happens. So, think about what I just said being replaced. It isn't meant to happen overnight because that would be way too obvious. There will be a certain amount of Americans left. The common theme is depopulate from 7+ billion down to 500 million. So they will need a certain number of fertile Americans left to reproduce another small generation of worker bees. Most of the illegals aren't people coming here in search of a better life. They are terrorists, drug runners, gang members, choir boy type individuals. They are being brought in to be enforcers. Same with the refugees. Oh, except for all their small 11, 12-year-old child brides and all the children that have disappeared and were distributed for the Holly weirdos, the pervert CEOs, the Satanists. Yeah. So I'm not the only one who has thought about this, everything we see going on in the terms that I just discussed. Let me know what you think about this. I think it's pretty important, and I think I'm onto something. Or I could be way off my rocker. But I don't think I am. Like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off.